In this session, we'll be exploring the perfect system with the Hacky. As you may know, the perfect system is PFKT, or pick, flick, kick, trick. So we do practice this off the SoleMate, but it's just another awesome balance challenge when you're on the SoleMate. So you'll be setting up in single leg stance. And then for this, you really do need to be able to pick the Hacky with your feet. So that's the first thing to master. If you're struggling a lot with the Hacky, it may need to be rolled out a little bit in your hands to loosen it up, or you may want to just go with the balled up pair of socks option for now, as your feet get more dexterous. Whatever you're picking it up with your foot, and then you're going for a pick and grab. So there's a few different patterns here. You've got a high knee pick and grab. You can obviously pass right foot to left hand, or you can pass right foot to right hand. Now, the straighter and taller you stay through your trunk here, the more work your hip, and well, both hips really are going to have to do. So it would be a little bit easier for me to just do this and bend down with my spine. But if I stay tall, then I have to lift my hip higher. So the aim is to stay as tall as possible, but if you need to bend a little bit at first, that's completely fine. Then, so that's the high knee. We'll go through all of the different variations on one leg and then we'll change sides. So you then got the straight knee. So that's going to be quite a mobility test, especially through the posterior chain on that side. I'll show that one again. Straight knee, or at least just as straight as possible. If you can't get this one at all, just do your best attempt. It might be sort of like that. Place it down and go again. A couple of reps on each side is a good place to start. Then we've got the inside pick. So this is your foot's coming inside. It's actually hip external rotation, but same principle, picking it up, passing it to one hand. Try grabbing it with both hands as well. And then you've got your outside pick, which is hip internal rotation. And this is a really interesting one to grab with the other side. Do your best. If you can't quite manage it, again, it's completely fine. Just attempt, drop back down and reset. So like I said, a couple of reps on each side is great to aim for. We'll now change sides and we'll just go through the same sequence. So pick, high knee. Again, if you drop it, no big deal. Reset, it's all part of the learning. But try to do 2 clean reps. And if there's just no way you're doing clean reps, do 2 dirty reps. So high knee, straight knee, inside, and outside. So with this outside pick, the temptation is going to be to actually just do this, where you sort of lift it up like that. That's going to be its own challenge, but it's not going to help you as we move forward into the flicks and kicks. So best thing to aim for is actually to get the inside arch of your foot parallel to the ground, or as parallel as possible. So that's going to be the biggest challenge to your hip mobility, but it's also going to come in handy, like I said, for these future steps, which you'll see now. So we've got the flicks, which all are in the exact same patterns as the picks, but now you're just flicking the Hacky up to yourself to catch. So it takes a little bit of extra coordination, and a lot of it is down to when you actually release the Hacky. So if you release it too late, it'll just drop back down. Too early, you might not get high enough. And if your mobility is really limited, you may just not be able to get it up there. So that's why we do the picks first, to train that active mobility, and then that'll make the flicks easier. So then you've got straight knee flick, so while you're learning these, just a couple of reps, whether they're clean or dirty, just allow yourself to fail a bunch of times. This is very expected. This is very challenging at first, especially that inside, or at least it is for me. But do your best with it, and then over time, you'll be able to land a rep here and there, and it'll become more of a fun game than a frustrating endeavor. So again, high knee, straight knee. I'm gonna zoom through them, but you just take your time. Straight knee, outside, and inside. With all of these as well, I haven't been demonstrating it just now, but you can go for, again, alternating the hand that you catch it with. It's just another fun coordination challenge. Okay, next up we've got our kicks. So this is where the accuracy really comes in, and definitely the easiest one to start with is the knee, because you're only dropping it so far down, and the knee is a nice big surface to kick it with or knee it with. So it's just drop kicks, dropping down, kicking it back up. So that's the knee. The straight kick is like so. You kind of want the hacky to hit just that forefoot area, and a little bit of extension in your toes like this helps sort of catch the hacky and send it back to you, like that. Then you've got inside and outside. So if the hacky's going every which way, again, completely expected at first, and over time you can dial it in more and more. You may find that the picks are really the only option for you at the moment, and that's fine too. The better you get at the picks, like I said, the better you'll get at the kicks. Case in point, especially with the outside, I can drop it down, and if I hit it with this part of my foot, then it's going to come straight back up at me like that. But if I'm doing this with my foot, it's never gonna kick it properly unless you get a really lucky shot on your heel, but it's more likely to go everywhere. Just quickly demo on the left side, high knee, straight knee, inside and outside. So that's another fun part of the challenge, is if the hacky does go in a weird direction, try and catching it and then re-stabilizing. So then trick is the final aspect of it, and trick is really anything you can think of. One of my favorite tricks to start with is going around like this, and even you could think of this as a trick, but it's a combo of pick, flick, kick. So you'd be picking, flicking, kicking, and ideally catching. But that in itself is going to be tough. But another sort of more tricky one is going around the side like this, flicking up, catching it like that. Demo on the other side if I can. So there's just lots of different ways that you can explore that. Generally just that pick, flick, kick combo is going to be more than enough challenge to keep you busy for a while. Remember, take those steps gradually, practice them. You might want to be doing that every few days to allow yourself some time to freshen up, but remember to have fun. You will get better, and we'll see you in the next session.